look at their genitals.
Yeah. Why would I look at cat boxes?
To see.
I looked at my Rottweiler's vagina.
I'm not gonna do that. If
pee.
somebody tells me that the cat's a boy or a girl, I'm just gonna go by what they say. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, let me see your dick, cat.
Yeah. No, but you're asking like why or
No, I'm saying looking at by looking like how Shigoki's walking right now. I don't know if he's a boy or a girl.
Obviously.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
I've never heard no shit like that. You had a moose moment.
I don't know if a cat's a boy or a girl by looking at him. I'm sorry, that's not my thing.
You as a farmer. Okay, is that a boy cow or is that?
Well, I know the difference between a bull and a cow. Come on.
Is it a boy goat or girl goat? I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
I'm gonna milk it and see what happens.
Everybody, hold on. Nobody has their headphones on. We're just sitting here. We're just sitting here.
Oh, I didn't know you was,
Oh man. All right.
No, I didn't touch those seven. You got a big ass head.
Oh, I got a big ass head. Okay.
Yeah, I have a big head, but
oh shit! As a matter of fact,
it's not even fit me. House.
let me fix your mic, D.
That's better than fixing Mike's D.
Ooh.
I see what you did there, Double D.
Hey y'all.
He sees what you're about
By
to do.
the way, you can just call him D. You don't have to call him Single D.
Single D.
I know. I just call him Single D to be funny.
Or just call me JD because I'm just D.
Call you what?
Just call me JD.
JD. There you go.
JD. So we got Double D and JD.
Mm-hmm. I've been thinking about this shit for a minute.
There you go.
And boobs. All right.
Boobs.
That's gross. Hey everybody, welcome to No Filter. I am your host, Remorseless. I am here with Double D.
Oh, what's up?
And I mean, you guys just heard the conversation, so I am here with Single D, aka D, aka JD, aka WWJD, aka
Robin Harris,
aka Hoodie Man, aka Hat Man, aka
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Doot doot. What's going on, D?
Not much, my man. How y'all doing?
All right, chilling. Hold on, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
All right, how about now?
That's better.
Let me turn you up.
Turn it up.
And, oh yeah, by the way, Moose is here too, guys.
Hey, yeah,
This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
Welcome to No Filter.
The No Filter.
No filter.
No filter.
The No Filter podcast, which is
An EMP Network production.
in this show you'll encounter nothing but
Straight talk, none of that PC stuff.
No PC.
No PC
No PC consistency.
please note that the
opinions from the hosts.
Are not a reflection of the.
EMP Network.
And as always, thanks guys for tuning in.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening,
thanks for opening up your ears and your mind.
and we hope you like this one.
It's the guy with the juice that looks like a moose who gets all the caboose. Well, not since I've been married.
What's your wife think about that?
Listen, not since I've been married. Already beat you. Fuck you.
Starting it off.
That's going to be my new thing.
You look like a preacher, Southern Baptist preacher.
Well, so why does your shirt say "She's my queen"? She was like, "You ain't leaving the house without wearing this one, bitch."
She make you wear that.
He definitely has like 5 shirts. He wears them per work week.
We both got 2. Like, one says just this, and then the one has, like, Mr. Brimage and Mrs. Brimage or whatever. And then the other one just says that has the front. I don't know why.
Does she have one that says...
she has the same one.
He's my king?
Yeah,
No, she says she has
She's
one
my
that
queen.
says, "I'm his queen."
I'll just say, look, I'm the boss. Is that what I was saying?
Hell yeah.
Fuck no.
I'm with stupid.
I'm pretty sure she has like 9 of those shirts, and she just wears them every time she's with him.
No, it says,
with the,
I'm with stupid, but he has a nice dick.
Fair enough.
Not fair
Anyway,
enough, dude. Don't give him that. Don't give him that. So what's going on, guys?
Not much, man. That's my line.
I just swagger jacked you.
Yeah, don't swagger jack me.
Hey guys,
And
welcome to the
don't-
No Filter podcast. What's going on? This is what do you say all the time?
I am your
This is
host,
wild.
Remorseless.
Oh yeah, this is wild. I'm your host, Remorseless.
Dick biting.
Do I say
dick bite all the
wild that
time.
much? Wait a minute. Remorseless. Why is that the sound effect for dick biting? Why do you guys know the sound effect for dick biting?
Why does dick biting sound like a chainsaw?
Yeah. So what is that, blowing?
Yeah, that's
okay.
a blowing.
That reminds me of a South Park episode.
That's how your blowjobs sound when you get them. Girls are going up to you going.
Yeah, isn't that what you call blowjob?
That's
We are going to
that's
have
a rim
long
job.
conversation after the show, Double D.
That has to be the most awkward feeling ever. Does that tickle like she's just going up and down the shaft like?
She got your gooch.
playing like a harmonica. She turns me sideways.
She got your gooch.
She plays it like a harmonica.
Playing the Roseanne theme song.
Can we please put that in here? Oh man.
Oh man, are we gonna have copywriting issues? if
I
put
think
that?
so.
Oh man,
Just
I would
imagine the Roseanne theme song here.
Calls it the monkey.
What?
Shock the monkey.
Get it? Because Roseanne and
Because
the
she had
monkey
that.
thing.
She had that whole
Yeah.
scandal.
Okay.
Oh yeah, what you call
Yeah, the whole racist thing.
Now
D,
she's
D,
canceled.
just move your mic back. No, just over that way.
Towards the moose.
This is not the most ever in the world.
I thought you were going to sit right there.
I
You were
thought I
gonna take
was
Moose's
too
chair.
after my man inside in this
All right,
chair.
guys, I promise you I am going to have a wheelie chair for you next week. I'm going to have a wheelie chair for you.
That's
all
all
right?
good. I ain't bougie. I'm cool. I was all right with the little
He was
table.
like, long as my butt cheek can fit in it, I'm good with
No,
it.
the reason why I moved that table is because I actually had to change the light bulb in the ceiling fan, and I stepped on it, and that table started cracking. And I was like, I don't want D to sit on that table and fall the fuck through it.
Well, I
Like,
appreciate you. Would have been good for the show, though.
it would have been funny,
Thank
but
you for
like I
looking
didn't
out.
know.
Good content.
Pick the mic up. You got to speak into the mic. Just pick it up. There you go.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah, much better. I can hear you much better.
All right. Well, thank you once again.
So you know me, I'm a psychopath, so I always just think of random shit and I write it down. And I have a question for you, and this is probably more towards your direction, Double D.
Industrial
because
anal
this goes
beads.
well. That's definitely his direction.
Definitely. Are we talking industrial in size or strength?
Actually, in both.
Yes.
Both, probably.
Yeah.
Good
With
call.
ridges.
Now,
For
because
your
we were
pleasure.
talking, remember when we were talking about like the Loch Ness monster and everything like that, and it made me start thinking like, how true do you think myths were? Because like I think a lot of stories came from somewhere.
Yeah, I think you're right. I watch actually a lot of those on YouTube, like urban myths, where they come from, the beginning of them, origins.
Yeah, exactly. So how true do you think myths are?
I agree. I think there's probably like a kernel of truth in something.
Like vampires, for example. Where do you think vampires would come from?
I don't know. That's like
Because you're pretty pale, Double D,
I am.
and you don't like the sun.
This-
I love the sun. I'm German and Irish, so the sun doesn't love me.
Hey Google, shut up.
What the hell was that?
It was talking about myths and shit. Here we go.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know about vampires. That's an interesting one. But I have heard
It came
About-
from women.
from women.
Yeah, the blood suckers.
Explain that.
Bloodsucker.
Most lies do.
The succubus.
Most lies do. Oh yeah, you jumping off the bridge on this one, huh? Yeah.
So like I heard about zombies. Did you ever hear like Haitian zombie?
Yeah.
Haitian zombie stories.
Yep.
And like voodoo or Santeria. Is that what it's called? Well, I heard that it's the kernel and truth in that I heard was like that there's a some sort of drug like a mushroom or berry
Yeah.
or something that puts you in a sleep-like trance long enough and it slows down your heart rate long enough for people to think you're dead, and then whenever it wears off, the effects wear off, and then they get up out of the grave. That's probably where most zombie stories come from, or vampires.
I can see that. I mean, but like there's like a whole bunch of myths and shit that goes on, like the Loch Ness monster,
Yeah,
Bigfoot,
that's an
and
interesting
different things
one.
like that.
I think
like,
I know
yeah.
where vampires and zombies came from.
Where?
So basically, a girl bit down the Lorena Bobbitt.
Why would you
Okay.
even ask? Why
That's
would
where
you
I think
fucking
that's
Yeah,
probably
I
where
walked
vampire
right into
came
this.
from.
I don't know how
And the zombie, like, you fucked the girl and she just passed out, and
Amy
you kept
Fisher.
fucking her, And
Yeah, that's no. We were talking zombies, not Cosby.
Hold on. I got a question for y'all. Can a vampire be a zombie?
No, I wouldn't. I don't think
zombie
so.
vampire.
I mean, I guess a zombie is a vampire because
It is
they're
a walking
undead,
living
right?
dead. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the living dead.
But does that
so-
mean that all living dead are essentially zombies?
I think probably a vampire can
specific
become a
type of
zombie,
them.
but a zombie can't become a
Yeah.
vampire.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Yeah, because you got to be alive
have to be alive to
be a vampire.
become a vampire.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What if whenever you're a vampire and you get killed, like stake through the heart or whatever,
actually-
you turn to dust? Then
Actually, if you're a vampire, you should be
Into
able to
the mic,
become.
D.
I'm sorry. If you're a vampire, you should be able to become a zombie, because for a vampire to make you into a vampire, you have to have blood in you.
yeah.
So zombies, if they're undead, you wouldn't think that they would have too much.
No, but if a vampire dies, it usually like vaporized. There's not really bodies like
That's
there's
true.
not there's not vampire
Yeah.
bodies around
Twilight
to
there is.
reanimate.
yeah, but they usually die because they're getting killed. It's extremely hard.
Yeah.
A zombie bite isn't a way to kill one. Though.
What if vampires are like ashy, and that's why they turn into dust?
I think that could be.
Oh, so you're saying what if a
You
zombie
have a serious
bites?
case of
Yes.
dry skin.
Oh, well, if a zombie,
zombie
bites
bites
a
If a
vampire
zombie bites a vampire, will a
Yeah.
vampire
with an
become?
infected wound, yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's the crazy stuff,
Yeah,
man.
that's true.
See, everybody else worried about that the zombie apocalypse. I'm worried about the vampire zombie
Vampire
apocalypse.
zombie.
The vampire zombie apocalypse would be nasty.
I still
Yeah,
say
man.
robot revolution is going to happen way before any sort of zombie apocalypse.
I'm thinking aliens, man.
You think
I still
aliens?
think no. I said robots. I said robots first. I didn't
Yeah,
say-
that's what I said
yeah,
too.
I say robots.
Yeah.
But shout out to Streets. He said aliens.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said aliens. No, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. But robots, I can definitely see that being the case.
Yeah. Now, okay. What do you think? I'm doing this on purpose now. Moose, how do you think the Loch Ness Monster story got started?
My aunt, because she's a very fat person.
Story for everything.
Yeah,
That guy.
That was it.
that was just it.
It's just it. Auntie Moose going
It's
for a
not
I
swim.
thought
green.
you were going
It's-
somewhere with
She
that.
likes to swim, and she's black.
Okay. Does she have a long neck?
I wouldn't know
Small-
about that.
Very small
Well,
head.
I would say a long neck, but I have never experienced it because that's not good.
You've never experienced her neck?
Yes, I would
Okay.
not want to.
I don't know how you would experience.
He was
a
talking
neck.
about getting oral
Yeah, I was about
sex
to
from
say.
her.
Yeah,
It's a figure of speech.
It was
Neck?
neck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called neck.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've
neck.
never heard that
Neck is
before.
another word for getting fellatio.
Head, yes. I see this as you're just going deep
neck
throating
is
now.
yeah.
Blowy
neck-
Kardashian.
See, this is what
The
why
throat of fanning.
we keep this stuff away from you because y'all keep away the Amish.
That's what you get. We keep secrets just like you guys in
Oh,
your
okay.
secret Amish society.
Well, yeah, it's out now. The Amish is out now.
Yeah, that shit was published like 3 weeks ago. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah, okay.
you
So
just
neck.
snitched on that.
Yeah.
SAS.
Getting neck or giving neck is now fellatio.
It's
It's
been.
been.
It's been.
It's been a
It's been
long
a thing
time.
for
It's been
a long
out.
time.
Yeah,
That's
it's a ton
90s
before us,
thing.
brother.
Before us?
Really? I thought it was a
never-
90s thing. Oh.
I would say more or
never
less
heard.
like people my cousin's age, and like in their 40s. And
That
stuff.
bitch gave me some neck the other day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see.
You never heard that.
We
Give
just
me
never
some
said
neck.
Stupid.
I'm gonna need me some neck.
Yeah.
No.
Don't do
Head.
that. Stop
That
doing
makes
that.
sense.
Stop doing that.
Getting head makes sense to me.
Well,
Getting
neck is
Head.
neck is a long dick thing. You like go
Yeah.
past.
Oh,
the-
that's why
go
it's a
past
black
the
thing.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
We didn't
see.
want to say
Okay.
it, but it was just
Right.
okay.
Okay. I'm with you now.
When it's a black thing, what do you say now? It's cultural. It's a culture thing now.
I guess so,
It's a
yeah.
culture dick.
Yes.
Culture dick.
No, black thing, because I don't know, blacks are the only ones that seem to be. We talked about this. You guys want to be identified by your color of your skin, not your
Not
not your
really.
culture.
We don't really have a culture.
Yeah.
It was kind
Well,
of taken
yeah.
away from us, man.
Yeah. It's, yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. We talked about before.
There'd
Because
be
you,
titties out and everything if it was our culture. Big
no,
old titties.
no, there wouldn't be. What are you talking about?
He's talking about some National Geographic.
Is
so,
he?
Yeah. That's
Is he talking about talking to the mic?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Talking to the mic. I'm sorry.
You might gotta turn it. I don't know.
No. This is good because I can hear myself in it. I just gotta stop being lazy and actually talk into the microphone.
If you just
Stop being
moved your
lazy.
chair over,
there,
Yeah, that's it. Now you're literally right in front of it.
Okay, but don't boop. Moose.
No, but
That's
so
you
where-
got
where-
hit in the
where
face
were
with
we-
it like it was a penis earlier. Doesn't mean I would have hit in the face with it like it's a penis, right?
Nobody
where were
wants
we-
a
where were we
penis
going?
mic in the face.
Where were we going?
I don't even know now.
Downtown.
We were talking about
Downtown.
neck, and then we were talking
We
about
were talking
culture.
about
Oh,
neck and
yeah,
culture.
because you said being identified. Yeah, well, I mean, we don't have a choice but to be identified as black.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me stop you right there before
ahead.
we get into the same conversation we've had time and time again. That was true. I'm not disagreeing with you there. Now we have the technology for you to find out.
I don't.
So
believe
you're saying
that's true.
everybody, all black people should pay like $50, $75, $100 to find out exactly where they came from, so that way they can be classified as such instead of the giant classification of
That should
black
be
which
paid
we
for
got
with our taxes.
which we got in America.
No, that's not at all what I'm saying. That was quite a leap and quite a leap.
Not really, because I mean, you
I'm just
have to find this stuff out, and
Yeah, you
in
do.
order to do that, it costs money to get your genealogy done.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I got one done. Well, my mother gifted it to all of us, all our kids. I haven't sent mine in yet. I'm kind of still dragging.
Scared.
my
I
feet
mean,
on
I
it.
did mine already. But,
He's scared he'll
Well,
be
there
black.
you go. That's
But what I'm saying is,
when
so everybody.
when you want to be stopped being called black.
Well, here's the thing, and
It's not but being black isn't a bad thing.
No.
Being called
Oh
black
no
isn't a bad
no.
thing.
Okay, now
Rephrase.
before I get okay.
The cat's in the bag, guys. The cat's in the bag. The cat's in the
He's looking
bag.
like, what the hell did I do?
Shigoki, get the fuck out the bag. He looks like one of those birds with the things on his neck, like on the
They got
beach.
stuff.
Okay,
Please
He
clean
is
the
that-
ocean.
Can somebody
Pack.
help that cat, please?
I think he's really.
Oh, he doesn't care. All right, fuck it
He's
then.
good. Just don't suffocate yourself there, kitty. Don't play with bags.
I would just buy another cat. I don't give a fuck.
But what I was saying about the whole situation, I think it's good if you know your genealogy. But me personally,
What is Gucci?
what?
Didn't you say you think it's Gucci?
No.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
I thought he said
No, it's
it's
the genealogy.
Gucci. Oh,
I think it's good if you know your genealogy.
But at the same point in time, I think we should be at a point where if you go to other countries, they don't say Asian English, Black English, White English. You should know where you come from. But if you're going to really speak of people, I think it should be more or less just American. I'm not a big thing about separating all this, that, and the other, to be honest with you. Like,
It's funny because I was talking to one of my friends about that, and I was like, I'm really big on culture, and I was like, I made a conscious effort to get in touch with my Mexican culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my black American culture. And the reason why I said black American culture is because like I don't really I don't know my African
Exactly.
root. I mean, I do because
Yeah.
I did my genealogy, but I don't even think I qualify because I don't identify as African. I identify as black. I'm American. I
Exactly.
identify as a black
and
American.
I think we should be slowly getting to the point where, like I said, if other people from other countries come over here, they're not just necessarily African American. They're like, that's an American. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And not to take this off to another tangent or somewhere else, but even to try to make things better than what it is, the more labels you give people, the more subsections they're going to go and divide themselves into.
Yeah, I agree with that. But
So-
I mean, like, just the end, like the splitting of the like cultures and or races.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really find a bad thing in that because we're obvious. Me,
Of course.
you, Moose, and Double D.
Of
Like
course.
me and Double D are obviously different. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
But we don't have to. The only issue is if it's negative. If
Well,
it's not negative,
but that's
then fuck
exactly.
it.
But not all. You don't have all these other countries doing it though.
What do you mean?
Like I usually use England as a good example because it's the closest thing I personally feel as that.
Yeah.
And they don't refer to themselves as Black English, as Asian English.
No,
as,
they
as
say
English.
I'm African and different things like that.
Well,
I'm
you got a point right
Nigerian
there.
and I'm African and
But I
different
mean,
things
like, the
because
ones
they
that-
know their roots though.
Well, that's true. But I mean, ones that are like they're born
Get into
there,
the mic, D.
ones that are born there, raised there, have the whole British accent. If if somebody comes from somewhere else and you want to hold on to that and say, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Once you start getting a certain generations of being here, then you shouldn't necessarily have that title, I don't feel anymore. You should,
I don't
it should
know.
be
I
more
don't know if I agree
of
with that.
just with the country. Just like I said, of what you are.
I don't know if I agree with that because as long as you have somebody to teach you your bloodline, I think you should carry your bloodline.
Well, no, I'm not saying that you don't carry your bloodline. I mean more nationally than race or the other thing. You know what I mean? I'm trying to say, how can I put this the right way? But yeah, you should always know where you come from. Take pride in where you come from.
Yeah,
and
because
definitely.
that's what I'm saying. Like if I'm Nigerian and no matter what country I'm in, if I'm Nigerian and I have somebody to teach me my Nigerian culture, I'm going to carry my Nigerian culture to my next generation, and hopefully they do it.
Well, that's what I mean.
Next,
but that's what I'm saying. But like you said, if you have that, but
into the mic, D.
like you said, if you have that, but most
Just
of the
lift
people,
it up.
Just lift it up.
Just lift it
I'm
up.
getting
If
tired
that's
of
how
playing.
you're talking. Just lift this damn mic up.
All right,
See, so
we're gonna
much
get this
better.
one of these. You Moose do not critique nothing. I'm sitting here trying to throw you life jackets and preserves all the time.
Definitely. And you know what you're like. You
not
remember
put
the
me on
story.
blast.
You remember the story
He left
where
you- he
the
left
guy
you
was
out,
on.
man.
You remember the story where the guy was on the mountain and he was stranded, or the guy was in the boat and he was stranded and he was praying to God and he was like, yeah, well, can I? Are you gonna help me? And then a guy came back because the guy said he was waiting for God, and then a guy came by in a boat and he was like, do you need a hand? And he was like, no, thank you, I'm waiting for God. And then another guy came by and was like, do you need a hand? And he was like, no, thank you, I'm waiting for God. Like 2 more times after that. And then the guy's dying of starvation. And he's like, Lord, why didn't you come and get me? And he's like, bro, I came to you like 4 times and you turned me down each time. Yeah. That's what you do. D is your God.
I am God.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Oh yeah, don't get it twisted. Because now I'm
That's a
woke.
setup.
Yes.
That's a setup right there.
Fuck you, Single D West.
Single D West.
D West.
Oh, I will son you, son. Come here.
No, you won't.
Don't care how big it is. I whoop all size kids. I take this bone off quick.
Yo, if he fucking grandpa's you, that shit'll be
fuck outta
funny.
He
as
will
hell.
whoop your ass with
I
a
couldn't
belt.
even son him. He's my stepson.
Son. Son. Moose, I'm talking to you.
Whoa.
Tell him Double D.
Listen here,
Tell
boy.
him Double D. Tell him about himself, Double D. Tell him. Tell him.
He
tell him.
is
Tell him.
he is
Tell him.
way older than you, first of all. That's you.
You only can tell that because of his low center of gravity, because he's a midget.
Oh boy.
I'll be a midget all day long, but I'm tall enough to dig up in that ass.
Whoa, that is not a ha moment.
Yeah.
All right, listen.
Yeah, that is.
We've already established in any scenario I'm not being a power bottom, and I've been I've been this size for a minute, so I ain't scared of nobody bigger than me. So look at here,
He's
son.
adapted.
Yeah, he gonna knock you the fuck out and pound you.
Oh, he gonna knock
He
him
said Double D's ass is too
whoa.
flat. He needs a new one.
Nah, Moose, you know I love you, Moose. you know I
Said
love
you got
you,
them
Moose.
baby cheeks.
Like the slow, tall,
likes the pound
goofy,
cakes.
paint-eating chip little brother I always wanted, bro. I love you, Moose. You my dude, man.
All of those things
Loves me
except
some-
for the little brother thing is true.
They didn't have lead paint when I was growing up. Ha ha. Sorry, old ass.
Damn.
No, that's not true. It's
Well
so
played, Moose. Well played.
Yeah, they said that to you after you had brain damage from licking the wall your whole childhood.
I would normally help you, but nah.
You fucked up your life vest.
Burn that bridge.
Oh well.
We'll slowly start coming on this side of the desk now.
No, but off the topic. Let's go ahead and
Off the rip.
change the topic off the rip, right? Anybody bring anything? What's the topic?
Actually, I did because I know all of you gentlemen have kids. I don't know how many of y'all actually have daughters or not, but if you do have daughters, how do you feel about you being the one to teach your daughter about sports? Because I was thinking about this the other day. If I did have one and she gets older, I don't want her boyfriend teaching her
Go
nothing
out of the
about.
room and blow your fucking nose.
It's too much.
Yeah, it is too much.
Thank you. Pure
So
Ralph. Shout out to
disgusting.
Pure
There you
Ralph.
go. But I don't want my daughter being like 16, 17 and having some big-headed boy I don't know teaching her football. I don't know. Dude.
Well,
I'm simple like that sometimes, but I'm just saying.
It's
like,
funny that you asked that because my daughter's in softball right now,
Uh-huh.
and I know nothing about baseball. But my wife, she played softball, so she takes her to the field. And Friday she actually took her to the field, and they hit the ball and different things like that. I have no idea, but if she wanted to learn like basketball or football,
like something that you're really into.
yeah, like then. Like I would show her how to do it, absolutely. But I think outside coaches are important, and this is just coming from experience because I train my kids and I coach my kids and I show them how to do and I show them stuff like that. So oh shit, I forgot my daughter's dance class yesterday. But anyway, I show them how to do stuff like that. And
Prime example.
and like having an outside source to teach your kids, me personally, I think is better. That's why I don't like homeschooling. Because I think I think going outside of your normal network,
kind of like a
people,
village to raise a child type of situation.
yeah, kind
Some
of, but
kind
even
of,
even further out of the village. Like, yeah, it takes a village to raise a child, but that's still that safe zone.
Yeah.
That's still that circle
Take
of
a little
which,
bit out.
you know what I'm saying?
No, I
I
get
think
you,
it
man.
should be out further because, like, that's when you get into even, like, intermingling like with cultures and different ways of life and different walks and different things
Exactly.
like that.
Well, no, that's like what I used to tell the younger people that used to work for me when they were like in their 20s, 21, 22. If you have an opportunity to leave in Pennsylvania, go somewhere else, do it because you get a chance to learn different stuff. But what I mean, I don't mean necessarily teach them the sport. I mean like, let's say your daughter's 16 years old and just wants to learn about the sport, not necessarily playing it or participating in it, just learning it for just watching enjoyment. I don't think I'd be cool with some dude who might be like a Browns fan trying to teach my daughter something about some football.
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I fucking hate watching sports with my wife, with my daughter. I hate watching movies with them. Like, I don't like doing stuff like, mainly because they just ask so many
Questions and
you know what I'm saying? Like, especially my daughter, or my daughter and my wife, they do the same thing. They'll come in the middle of the movie and ask the question.
What's going
Or
on?
I'll introduce it. I'll be like, hey, I'm about to watch blah, blah, blah. Y'all want to watch it? No, I'm cool.
No,
and then they come and
half
sit
the
down
movie
and then start
gone,
asking me
yeah.
fucking questions. And I'm like, you should have watched the movie. Just shut up and watch the fucking movie now. What the fuck? But, like, with sports, if they want to learn it, like if they're like, yeah, so why did they get 7 points? And I'm like, yeah, that's a touchdown. Well, what's a touchdown? And then it's description and like, but you actually really got to show me that you want to learn it because
Yeah.
I'm not going to waste my time telling you something that I know you're not listening to. I don't waste my time talking to people that don't listen at all anyway, except for Double D.
What?
But that's how I feel about it. How you feel about it, Double D?
I think we'll probably like the It is one thing I learned about learning things is it's not like it's not some big momentous occasion. That's
Yeah.
not how most learning comes. It's not like, sit down, son. Today I'm gonna teach you all about football. It's more of those small.
It's not going to be like
Hearing-
the beginning of How I Met Your Mother.
No, not
Kids,
gonna be like that.
I'm going to tell you How I Met Your Mother.
It's more those moments you were just talking about. Those small. Hey, Dad, why do they get 6 points there?
Yeah.
It's because it's a touchdown. And then little moments like that building up over years is how
I agree.
it accumulates. So it's I think that those are important teachable moments.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the question is, would you rather have the boyfriend teaching it? How would you feel? Or would you rather teach them yourself?
Me personally, I don't care enough. I don't care who
Okay.
teaches it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't
know.
really think
I think the reason why I want to goes to those things that you both just said. Because it's more or less those moments and those things that I'm going to remember.
to the mic.
Yeah.
Those are the things that I would remember having with my child growing up.
Absolutely.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And plus, like you can't watch movies with certain people. I can't watch sports with certain people because either their fandom is just ridiculous and they just want to talk out the side of their mouth, or they're just yinzers. I can't watch a Steeler game.
Like I can't
I can't
like
watch a Steeler game with anybody from Pittsburgh but like 3 people.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, especially since it's always the ref's fault or it's just some bullshit. Like you're so delusional, you can't even look at a catch and say, "Oh, that was a good catch from the other."
What if
Come
it's the
on, bro.
Patriots playing?
Even if it is, and as much as
I'm a Jets fan, and I can even respect watching the Patriots game and saying, "Damn, that's good." Like I can sit there and look at Tom Brady and say that's amazing what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, what
It
I'm saying?
is, but they cheat a lot.
Well, see, and this goes back to why you need to teach your own daughter so she has your own convictions.
See, and I don't agree with that rhetoric either, though.
I don't know. So I've seen a lot of games where I feel that the Patriots get a lot of favoritism.
Hey, who's at the door? Who's at the door? Is that Chucky?
Uh-oh, it's Chucky.
Is that Chucky?
I think so.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
hey, Chucky, what's going on?
It's me, Charles Stampasky. My friends call me Chucky Stamps. You can call me Chucky Stamps. And this is Stamps on Sports. Ha! What's going on, sports
Hey,
fans?
do you think the Patriots are cheaters, Chucky?
Cheaters? I mean, come on. What is cheating? Taking a little, doing a little deflating? I mean, come on. I do that every year with my taxes. I mean, come on. You know?
All right, so how do you feel about the current free agency thing? Everybody's making big moves. The Browns made huge moves. The Jets made big moves.
A lot of moves.
There's a lot of moves going around, Chucky. I wanted to know your input on what's going on with these teams.
A lot of moves. I gotta tell you, free agency is the best kind because you don't want to be paying for things like that. So, having a free agency is the way to go.
But you do kind of pay for the players from free agency. You got to give them contracts, right?
Hey, listen, pal. Contracts, no contracts. We got to get to this, man. What's going on with the Steelers here?
I mean, they just got rid of Antonio Brown.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, they got rid of AB. Le'Veon's gone.
CD.
Jesse
They're
James
getting rid
is
of them
gone.
all. You know?
All of the alphabet. They're going to get rid of
The
all
whole
of the
alphabet.
Why?
They're gonna be left with nothing but that Roethlisberger and that and that's it. Who's he throwing the ball to?
They think Juju's going to be the number one now, right? Did you do any research on Juju?
Yeah. I don't like that.
Smith-Schuster? You don't like him?
I don't like the candy from the movies. You get them at the movies. Green, red.
Not Juju Bean, Juju Smith-Schuster, the wide receiver for the Steelers.
I don't think he's going to be anything like Tony.
Reboot.
You know that reboot's gonna haunt you. You know that, right? You know that reboot's gonna haunt you, Moose. That shit was funny. Well, Your Honor.
My processor fucked up.
You just froze.
That's the perfect way to, if you don't know how to get out of a conversation.
He
Reboot.
Yeah, he Control Alt deleted himself. He touched he touched his nipples and then poked himself in the belly button. He restarted.
Wow.
All right, I'm back. Oh man,
That's crazy. So you don't have any kids, D. So what's your take on this? If you had a daughter,
Oh, if I had a daughter, I'm teaching my daughter football. I'm teaching her Steeler
There you
football.
go.
I'm teaching her what I know, and I'm not just teaching her Steeler football. I'm teaching her how the game really is. You know what I mean? That's what, because I don't want my kid to be one of those assholes at the bar.
the bias.
Yeah. Like enjoy the game. Like, you can have your you can have your team, but understand the game.
Now, I agree with you, but at the same time, like, I don't mind the your hometown. Unfortunately, like, I'm a Jets fan, you know, even though I'm born and bred in Pittsburgh. I have my reasons.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Jets fan, so I'm a diehard Jets fan. But I'm also not like, I can look at my team and say, oh, yeah, we're going to be trash this year.
Of course.
Or we're having a bad time this year and different things like that. Like, I'm not going to make up any excuses,
Yeah.
but I don't really mind the excuse making as long as it doesn't become obnoxious.
No, and I get that. Like I said before, you should have your fandom, but I would much rather them be a fan of the game than just a fan of a brand.
There you go.
You know what I mean? That's anything in general. Like, whatever they want to understand where it all comes from, beginning and end. Like, and enjoy and embrace that part of it. Because a lot of and I think, to me, a lot of things in the world is their own little subcultures. Like myself, I'm a big wrestling fan. I think the main reason why I'm into wrestling isn't
The tight.
No, it's not
Top
the
5
Titans.
wrestlers, 5 seconds, go. One.
Shane Douglas, The Rock. Hold on. I can't even do it.
All right, I'll give
Because
you.
here's-
How many
here's
seconds
another
do you
thing.
need? How many seconds do you need?
Well,
I'm gonna
here's-
give you 10.
Well, hold on, because here's the thing with my top 10 list. Because I was going to ask this too about musicians. There's different criteria. When you say top five, you mean
See, and we got into this conversation on another episode. Remember when I was talking about favorites, and I was like, and so that goes to show that D
about
doesn't
sports
listen to our
teams,
old
yeah.
podcast either. But anyway, no, but so when I say favorite, I mean above all. You know what I'm saying?
All-time favorite.
All-time favorite. Like
But then you would have-
only have one favorite. Now, I may have people I like. You know what I'm saying? There are different categories. But if I say my favorite musician, I'm talking about
Beethoven.
anybody.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Above all.
Okay.
If I'm saying my favorite candy, I'm thinking my favorite candy above all. If I say my favorite food, I'm thinking the food that I'm gonna fucking eat above everything. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by favorite, you know. But obviously there are different categories and you can have your favorites in those categories. The way that I would do that though is I would have my favorites in these categories and then I would weigh them against each other. Like, would I rather have this and that? And yeah, it's mood based, but so like what I think is, even like when you have a favorite, no matter what mood you're in, you choose that. That is a favorite to me. Like my favorite wrestler, for example, Undertaker.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why he's my favorite is because I grew up watching Undertaker, for one. For two, I think he has some of the hardest moves in the game. His theatrics are amazing, you know.
It's the
So
whole
I
package,
would
yeah.
watch Undertaker above all. You know, even though, I mean, Kane was awesome, Ahmad Johnson was awesome, Farouk, D'Lo, you know, all of those, like Giant Gonzalez, like all of those,
I feel you.
all of those people were great, and I would love watching them. But when it
But
comes
your
down to it,
all-time-
my all-time favorite,
Gotcha.
I only have one. That's Undertaker.
My all-time would probably have to be Old School Taz. Old School Taz. Right now, my favorite is from New Japan.
Is your favorite talking to the mic?
I'm talking to the mic.
Now
you are.
Now I'm talking to the mic.
Oh, so Moose, you just now you can say it to somebody, so you happy
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, you can say it to somebody else.
Because I've been
Alright.
good this whole episode.
But
You have
you mean?
been.
you've been on point this whole episode. You got one-liners and everything, Moose.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that was
Probably 'cause
last
they got a
episode.
lot of-
This
Oh,
one
yeah.
just started.
that's true.
I probably got a lot of cum build up because I ain't getting no ass like in a couple days.
You fucked it up that fast.
Damn,
What?
well,
You fucked it. Got a lot of cum build up. You ain't get any ass.
Not in the past couple. I wanted
How
some
far?
last
How far
night.
along is your wife now?
Like 5.5.
That's it. And so she's in her second trimester. She ain't horny yet.
She's been horny, but this
It's
is the
you.
thing.
Why is it always you?
So this is what happened. So I slammed the door because I got mad at her, and I broke the door. So like one time I got mad, I punched a hole in the door like a year ago. I fixed it, but you know with drywall, it's not gonna be like actual wood. So I slammed the door, and the shit just same hole. So now
Okay, so that just
door.
means you did a shitty job patching it up.
No, I didn't really patch it up. I mean, I just drywalled it. I mean, it wasn't really it was both of the pieces of wood still. I could put them back in the hole, but I'd have to, drywall it out so it'll stay. So it'll look like it's the actual wood. But I slammed it and, yeah.
you broke the door.
Yeah, so now there's a big hole and everyone just be looking there and like, what are y'all doing? So it's like I can't even
So you put a big hole, so now you can't get no hole.
basically.
I see what you
I personally don't care. I'd be like, man, put a towel over that bitch. She'd be like, no, because then they're still going to look in here.
Hold on. The door now, though, right?
No, because it's at the top. You can just throw drape a towel over the door, and you won't be able to see in or out unless you like push the towel in.
And I was just making sure you was talking about the hole in the door, not like some
Yeah,
freaky
no,
shit that y'all might be doing behind closed doors.
no, not a towel. I mean, I probably wouldn't eat one.
Oh my gosh.
There's cum juice everywhere.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on. All right, but what were we talking about?
Oh, the top 10 wrestlers.
We were talking about favorites. All right, so I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. Rattle off the ones that you would just rattle
right.
off your favorites. You ready?
Yep.
One. All right, I'll give you a 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Shane Douglas, Raven, Taz, Okada, Kenny Omega,
Time up.
Yeah, that's all you gotta get out of me right now.
So close.
Double D, you got favorite wrestlers?
No, just because I don't.
All right, favorite musicians. Rattle off top 10.
10?
10 seconds. I'm giving you 10 seconds. Oh, how many musicians you think you can name in 30 seconds?
How many musicians can I name in 30
Yeah.
seconds? Okay.
I mean, musicians, artists. You got to name them 30
I
seconds.
think you can name the whole. I give you at least 20, bro.
You think 20?
I got faith in my boy. Hold on, how many seconds?
You don't
30 seconds.
to name 20 bands?
Oh yeah, I think.
Not that I don't like. Just name 20 bands.
Yeah. You
I
can
can do that.
easy.
One
Easy.
band, two
All right,
band, three
all right.
band,
Here
four
we
band.
go.
I
Hold
give
on.
my
Let me
man
put my-
Ken.
Use your.
You got that.
I don't want your one to use your phone as a.
That's he's gonna do it.
Okay.
That's what I'm putting my timer up right now. I'm putting my timer
Shut
up
your
right now.
bitch ass up and let me talk.
Make him a believer,
your
Double D.
motherfucking phone.
Make him a believer.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
Bands,
Let me go to...
bands and/or single artists, right?
Bands are artists, yeah.
Okay.
And bands are artists. We're
I say you
so
blows
you
this
gotta
out.
you gotta set the record, Double D, because we got we're all gonna try this. We're all gonna try this. So you gotta set the record. 10 seconds.
Well, I mean, that's not fair.
What, you don't wanna go first?
Yeah, because then the later people could just take off, say what the other people say.
I mean it's no, but you
No,
can't say the same people.
Can't repeat.
Yeah. If
can't
you
repeat.
get it
What
repeat
the fuck
if,
is this,
if there's a
Family
repetition.
Feud?
Yeah.
There's a repetition, we'll call you for it. You ready?
Okay. All right.
Ready?
Wait.
30 seconds. Hey, what's up? It's Remorseless from the EMP Network. We here at the network would like to thank you for listening. And if you like what you hear, share it. You know, with a friend, a coworker, anybody you would think that would like it. Hell, even anybody that you would think wouldn't like it if you can stand talking to them. Follow us on social media platforms like Facebook, EMP Network, Instagram, EMP Network 412, no spaces, all lowercase, and Twitter at network_EMP. YouTube is under construction, but we'll have that soon. The point is, we want to hear from you. And if it doesn't take too much time out of your day, give us a review, good or bad. We look at all of these as a chance to learn and grow. We have a lot more planned in the future, but we cannot do it without your help. So please, if you think that we're worth it, leave a comment, give a review, and more importantly, most importantly, share. Thank you for listening.
Bands. Okay.
Ready? 1,
Who's
2.
keeping count? Who's keeping track of how many?
I'll keep track.
All right.
All right.
Use your phone.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go.
Beatles, Madonna, Pink Floyd, Guns N' Roses, Sam Cooke, Wilson Pickett. Did I say Madonna? Let's go with Nirvana. Let's go with Biggie, Tupac. Let's go with Lady Gaga. Let's go with not Marilyn Monroe, Barbara Streisand. Let's go with 11. Jesus Christ, this is a lot harder than I thought.
11.
Oh my God. Cameo. Jesus. Van Halen.
Oh, wow, you did me dirty,
I know, that
man.
was so much harder than I thought it would be.
Little
12.
JD won't get
You got
Pampers,
12.
man. Oh,
Yeah, it's not
okay.
easy when you're under
you
the
could have
gun.
just named all of Wu-Tang,
Who's
man.
next? You're next, Moose? You're next?
All right, Moose is next.
All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Ed Sheeran, Drake, DMX, Dragon, Eve, what the hell's his name? Shine, Black Rob. Shit, what the hell is her?
Yeah,
Taylor
see?
Swift. Damn, I'm drawing a blank. Kendrick,
10 seconds.
Logic, J. Cole. Damn, I'm lost right now.
2 seconds.
The Jadakiss, Fat
Oh, it's tied! That was close as hell.
What do you get?
He got 12. Y'all both got 12.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You
had to be
only
like
got
14
12. You
or
only
13.
got 12.
Isn't that hard? That's hard.
It's not easy when you're under the gun. D, you ready to go?
Fuck it, yeah. I'm going to do horrible. But
I'm going to run out of people.
All right, come on.
All right, you ready?
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3.
Remy Martin, Chic Luch,
That's what I'm
Styles P, Nas, Jungle, Prodigy, Juvenile, Lil Wayne, Project Pat, shit, 3-6 Mafia.
10 seconds.
I don't care.
Damn.
I can't take it no more.
You had 10
10.
for 27.
Oh, damn.
All right, I'm up.
All right.
Oh, there you go. I guess
My
I'm in
brain
second
stopped
place.
wanting to work.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Skylar Grey, Dr. Dre, Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, fuck. Lady Gaga,
I
Bob
said that.
Marley. You said Gaga, I'll take it back. Bob Marley, Miley Cyrus, Billy Ray Cyrus, Daniel Powder, Alex Clare, Joe Budden, Royce the Fab 9, Crooked Eye, Eminem, Joel Ortiz,
2 seconds.
Ice Cube,
Done.
Ice T.
That was
It's like 16 or 15.
Oh no, that was 16.
Man, good man.
You beat us all. That was good.
You would have thought that like we all would have just tried to find groups and just broke down the damn group.
That's what I did. That's why I went Slaughterhouse.
That's what I tried to do. Was like, hold up. Like,
That shit, it's not easy though.
not.
The reason why I did that is
You're trying to
because
not
reason why I did that is because that's another one of my topics. Like, how do you guys perform under pressure? Like it's not an easy thing when you're under the gun. Like I can sit
I'm
down.
like Logic under pressure. Get it, the album.
David Bowie and Queen would have been it.
Like I can sit down and like
should've
just,
said Vanilla
just
Ice or
clear
Will
out
Smith.
100 in like probably like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But like when you're being timed,
oh yeah.
like
With
when
people
you're
watching.
under pressure, like the gun. And so do you guys have strategy? Because I know you deal with anxiety, Double D. So how do you have a strategy to
How do
like
you
an
do
under
it
pressure
with anxiety
strategy?
and you look like Keanu Reeves? How does that?
It's a well, I think we can even break that down a little bit under pressure because I think what we just did, trying to use your brain and think under stress, is a little bit different than like performing under like with people watching. You know what I mean? Not trying to come up with things and think of things, but physically performing, like playing baseball where you're doing work and somebody's watching you or something like that. So I think that would be harder for me. How I deal with it is, I don't know, just kind of not think about it, I guess. That's anybody else?
Me? Hold up. You're welcome. Myself, at least when it comes to like a work situation deals with stress, I'm only kind of happy when it rains. I like it when it gets busy, when things can be a little hectic. Like, I like it when it's not, but when it's busy and it can be a little stressful because I feel like that's my time to shine. Like where other people might
Pressure
not-
bursts pipes or makes diamonds.
Exactly. And that's
Sorry,
why I
Super
feel a lot
Saiyan.
of times I've been at my best because other people will be like, we're going to be busy. This is going to happen. Oh, my God. I'm like, no, calm down. Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, we're all going to get a chance to go home. Like, this some bitch has to shut down at some point in time. We just have to
some bitch.
ball
Yeah.
out
It's
and just get it done.
Transform.
It's gonna stop. It's definitely gonna
Stop eventually.
Yeah.
Except for my last job, and that's why I had to switch jobs because that place is 24 hours and
See?
it never stopped.
Yeah.
And to piggyback off of what you guys said, like working, like doing some type of sport or working or doing something like that under pressure, it all comes to your preparation too. Because granted, everybody has anxiety, everybody gets nervous. You know what I'm saying? I actually just found out that I think it was you that told me. I actually just found out that like there's the different form of anxiety. Like I don't get nervous, but like getting anxious and different things like that. Like that's a form of anxiety. I wasn't aware of that, but everybody gets nervous and different things like that. It all comes down to your preparation. Like if you're a football player, like in order to alleviate that pressure, just fall back. Your fallback should be what you're good at. You know what I'm saying? I know I can catch the ball. So I'm just gonna go out and catch the ball. Nobody has to be around. Like, and you hear these athletes. Like when I used to fight, like you would go out and you would be like I would say to myself, all right, well, I'm just gonna go out and do what I trained to do. You know, I'm just gonna go out and that's what I would lean. So my crutch would be me knowing what I have to do and me doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just
like kind of going back to basics.
Exactly. Just like pressure at work and different things like that. If you're under pressure at work, if you're good at your job, what are you worried about?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I would look at it. What? I thought he was still here. Nah, he went downstairs.
Wow.
No, but and that's how I would look at it. That's how I look at the pressure. That's how I would look at the like how to perform as well. Like it's not necessarily that. It's just I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, see, that's how when I get, especially at work on busy days, I think because coming up throughout the ranks and seeing some really busy nights, that's how I get at the end of the day. It's like, if I already know what's going to come, I'm going to do as much as I can to be prepared for it. And then only thing you can really do is, did you prepare for the worst and you pray for the best? So
yeah, I'll watch a football game like with like a rookie quarterback, and I'm like, he needs to throw an interception. Just get that shit out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because after that fuck up, they usually have great games. Like Sam Darnold last year, after he threw an interception, he had a fantastic game. The reason why is because
like getting those
you
butterflies
got to get
out.
that shit out the way. You're trying to be perfect, and this is going to
and you can't. And
exactly.
You can't. And that's going to make you be that much worse, trying to be what everybody else's expectations are of you, instead of just going out there and doing and execute what you practice to do. You're absolutely right. Because if you just have faith in yourself and go out there and just try without all those other expectations, you're probably going to be more successful.
I was listening to the Brilliant Idiots podcast, you know, the one with Charlamagne and Andrew Schultz. And Andrew wasn't there. He had Angela Rye on. You know who Angela Rye is?
Nope.
She's a lawyer, but she's a political lawyer as
Okay.
well. So she's stupid. Nah, she's fantastic. But so she said something that was funny because she said she said you shouldn't say practice makes perfect because there's no such thing as perfect. Was this it may not have been Angela Ryan, it may have been the Joe Button podcast. But the bottom line is what I heard was practice doesn't make perfect. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't tell them practice makes perfect because once you hit that, like then like you, especially if you're explaining it to kids, they'll think if they don't do it, if they don't execute properly, they're not perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So don't teach them practice makes perfect. You should just teach them that practice makes excellence.
Yeah, that kind of goes back to earlier. I think it was this podcast we were talking about. Teaching sports to your daughter.
Yep.
Yeah. So
it was this podcast.
Pretend daughter.
Remember, we old.
So like I was saying that it's not blasting kind of breaking down that misconception of what learning is and everything, and it's those small teachable moments, and it's practice is like that too. Sorry, I lost my train of thought, but I got it now. It's breaking that misconception of, like you said, remorseless. I need to do this I need to do this perfectly. If I'm not doing it perfectly,
I'm not
doing it.
Yeah.
Or I'm doing it wrong or whatever. But it's doing it again and again and again and
Repetition.
again. Repetition.
Yeah.
Where you get good. It's not some aha moment, or like I said before, an aha moment, or you sit down and learn something. It's over the course of time, you build this up, these small things.
That I do agree with to a certain point, and the reason why is because have you ever done something over and over again, and you just kept doing that same and like you just kept fucking up the same way over and over,
then finally,
like something clicks. Yeah, something clicks, and it just
That's why I
for
left
some
her.
reason you're nicely done, Moose.
All day.
Something clicks, and you're just like, oh yeah, well, and now you can't even fuck it up if you tried because of whatever curve you finally hit or whatever curve you finally did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's usually whenever you hit that moment of like you're doing something wrong, and then it's like, holy shit, this is, you know what I mean? You find out how to correct it. That's usually something you learn on your own. It's not, usually you're not going to get that from your teacher.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And it may not even be cathartic. It just might fall into place. It might happen subconsciously. It just might fall into place one day. And you're like, oh yeah, well, holy shit. So the condom goes on this way.
Yep.
Even though those aren't real.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it does.
Nobody cares about real or fake titties. What are you talking about?
He showed me some titties. And
No, I understand that, but
I mean,
like
they were cool and everything, but they were too big for her size.
They're way too big for her size.
titties are just. Yeah, that's kind of. Those are kind of huge. Those are kind of huge. I don't know. I've met a few skinny chicks with like humongous natural titties, and I know they're humongous, and I know humongous, and I know that they're real. So like, but
Yeah.
I've also met a bunch of skinny chicks with fake titties, and
My wife's sister has like real huge boobs, so I'm like, I try to like offer them off to go get drinks. From like
Wait, what?
Basically, so she came because lives in Maryland, so she came down
Okay.
for our wedding, and I told my wife, everyone keeps asking about who's this girl because no one's ever seen her. So I was like, well, maybe we should take her to the bar so we get like free drinks from her titties.
So you're gonna drink from her
No,
titties?
I'm not going to drink from her titties.
You just said that.
Guys are going to buy her drinks, and she's going to give them to me,
From her titties.
not from her titties.
So is she gonna like pour them from her collarbone down, or how
I'm not
exactly is this
entertaining
gonna
this
happen?
conversation.
You're
Baby,
the
I
one
love
that
you.
said
So
it.
you know you walked right into
He
that.
said it. Didn't he say it? He
No, you
said,
walked
he said, yeah, I'm going to drink from her titties. He said that. He said that. Those were his words. Those were your words, Moose.
Can you
Your words.
when you edit this, can you put in a drop of him saying that right here?
I think I'm just gonna cut that part out and just put it in repeat from her from her tit 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 from her tit tit from her tit tit tit. I'm
You
gonna
should put
remix
like
that
this
shit.
episode is drink from her titties.
Drink from her titties. But so did you end up drinking from her titties?
We are not. No.
Hey, you guys want to get into
Way
snitching?
Too long.
You guys, yeah, that's
I
a
was going to
yes.
say we are not going
Miss
to keep
Moose,
going in this.
Mrs. Moose, that's a go. So you guys ready to get into some snitching? Seriously, Moose, are you guys ready to get into some snitching? Please,
Yeah.
somebody answer me.
Yes, yes, yes.
snitching.
You know the guy world is gonna hate us now, but we got to talk about cheating.
I thought it was going to be about me. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, yeah, you just cheated on your wife with her sister. So. What do you think? What do you think is the best shift to cheat on?
I'm not answering this question.
What you say? Is this best shift?
The best
Best
shift, work
shift?
shift. Yeah,
The best
What do
shift
you mean?
to
Probably
cheat
third.
on.
I would say third,
Overnight.
too.
Are you wait, you're cheating on the shift?
No, you're cheating.
Like you're
on
with
your,
first shift, but
your-
you cheat with third shift.
No, you're cheating on your significant other. Thank you, D.
You got you.
What shift for you to work, or what shift you want your lover to work, or what shift you
Either
want your
either or
significant other?
either or. Like what do you think would be the best shift? Like to get caught the least.
Oh, to get caught the least.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did this come from?
No idea.
There's that kid.
What Hef? He was like, nope.
Not today.
So what do you think?
Third.
Third.
Yeah, third because
He
third.
says third.
Yeah, because third. If they're used to you being out that late, you
Into the
can-
mic, dude.
I'm sorry. If they're used to you being out that late, you can be like, oh, I'm going to work, and you can do whatever you want.
And you can even like take a
Hours.
day off, and they won't even know the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're leaving late at night, and then you're coming back in the morning. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
There you
I can see
go.
third being. I can see third.
Yeah, I
being
mean,
it.
that's how I would look at it. You do a lot of dirt on
especially if like she works. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So you're home all day too, so somebody can come in and play house. That's a fact. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say third too.
Third, second's not too far behind.
Yeah.
'Cause
Moose, how what do you think?
I think the right answer is to never cheat.
That is the right answer, but there's nothing right about this podcast. So how about you give us the real answer?
I mean, I used to cheat a lot. Like,
Not
I
robbing
can't-
a bank with you, man.
I
You
could
don't
say-
own a business, man. You don't
I
own
could
a
say,
business.
like, it would just be like one of the, oh, I'm broken up with you. I'm
True
broken
that,
up with
dude.
you. Like, all right, well, next bitch.
When
And
you,
it is
so
what it
how
is.
is that cheating if you broke up with somebody?
A lot of people say that's cheating because
It's
you
not
you
cheating.
go back to the same person.
No,
like,
it's not
the
cheating.
next-
That's just those girls that
If
make
you're
you feel
if you're
bad.
exactly if
That's
you
the
broke up
female
if
side.
you broke up with
Personally,
somebody
I don't
if you
believe
broke
that.
up with somebody the next literally 60 seconds you can be fucking somebody else. We're
Yeah.
broke up. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I was just watching that shit on divorce court. And she said the judge said the same shit.
What?
Like if you say that you're breaking up,
If
with
you
him,
broke
he
up,
can
you
go
broke
have
up.
sex with
Yeah, you
somebody
can
else.
go do whatever the fuck you want to. You broke up. See you.
Yeah.
Bye. Don't give a fuck.
Surprisingly, this is the only relationship I haven't done that with.
That is
For
a
real.
ledge that you are going to jump off. You just keep.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Go ahead. Continue. You were on cheating on your wife.
I said this is the only relationship I've had that I haven't.
Yet.
Yeah. Go with that shit.
So what makes her different? What makes more so different than all of your previous relationships?
Because she's actually shown me something I could say that seems promising compared
A gun?
to. She showed me that too, yeah. But I mean, overall, I could say because she's done more stuff for me than anyone has, even if it had to do with money or just being there for me, being my comfort zone for real.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I could really say that I stuck with her, because she showed me something different.
She held you down, right?
Just a FYI, he has a "She's My Queen" shirt on too, so he must have did something really fucked up. Like he must have did something really fucked up, because he is banging his wife on the podcast with a "She's My Queen" shirt. Like you in the doghouse, Moose? What happened? Talk to us.
No,
Talk
it's a
to
king
us.
bed. We can fit on we could both. I lay on my side, she can lay on her side.
What does that got to do with anything?
So I'm still in the house. I'm in the bed.
All right. So what did you do? What happened? What's wrong?
What do you mean?
What's wrong? Why are you doing all of this? Why are you trying to get so much cool points?
I'm not getting cool points.
You're definitely getting cool points.
That's just being real.
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, to answer the question, it depends. What type of shifts are we talking about? Like what time? So you figure like a 9 to 5 or
There's only three choices.
Yeah, first, second, and third.
Like 3 to 11, 11 to 7, 7 to 3.
I'll probably say third, because I remember I used to work at the place that I met you at. I used to work at the hookah bar right after, and I mean, if push come to shove, I could, cause I wouldn't get out of there till the hookah bar didn't close till 4:00. So I mean, right then and there. But then you figure that's like the perfect time, because you can just get what you need and go. You ain't got to worry about breakfast or.
No.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hey, I used to make that joke when I was younger all the time. Like, I got a
I'd be
5
so
o'clock
serious, though.
5 o'clock in the morning rule. Don't nobody get breakfast by 5 o'clock in the morning. Either I gotta be gone or you gotta be gone, but ain't nobody getting breakfast.
Yeah, because my mom used
Wait,
to work
they stayed
overnight.
that long?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was a 5 o'clock. Somebody by 5 o'clock had to be going somewhere. Either I had to be getting.
That's
in
when the
car,
shift ends.
Let me
Right?
tell you something. When I brought you home, I hope you didn't plan on staying or like grabbing something to eat. No, you came home. You came over for one reason, and after that reason, you're gone.
Yeah, that's the younger days.
Yeah, you are out of here. But anyway, other than that, Double D, you got a topic?
Yeah, did you guys hear about the college scandal going around?
And
No.
Becky.
And
And
Becky.
Becky.
I know,
And
break it down.
Becky.
Break it
And
down.
Becky.
So you guys know Lori Loughlin and or Felicity Huffman. These are both actresses. They
Is that the 500K thing?
is it? I don't know
I'm
what
pretty
that is.
sure if it's talking about the colleges and
Yeah, it's a
athletics, yes. I'm pretty
bribing
sure, yeah.
bribing to get their
Their
kids
kids
into
in.
college.
Because they never
Yeah, off of what's it called? What is her name again? Off of Full House?
Yeah, and Becky
And
from
Becky.
Full House,
Okay,
Lori
yeah.
Loughlin.
looked at all this because they never taught their kid how to throw a ball. They want that shit. Because they never took the kid out to throw a goddamn ball.
Who, Nikki and Alex?
Man, I guess so. And Becky fucked up.
Let's get some Aunt
And Becky going to jail.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't teach somebody how to catch a goddamn ball. Yeah, Mr. Giggles.
My question is, what
Stupid bitch.
So I read an article about Mike Rowe. So bringing more celebrities into this, not to confuse everybody here, but after that scandal, Mike Rowe went on television, I guess, and he was saying how
Was it a small TV?
It
You
might
get
have
it,
been.
micro?
That's what I was saying, too. Is it
I
Mike
see
Rowe?
what you did there. So he was basically saying that it's just a symptom of how we treat college here in America. and it's overpriced, and and it's. Do we even need it? That's my question. How much do you think it's important to have a college degree versus? I don't know. Versus not, obviously, but
See, what sucks?
well, I'm sorry. Let me refine my
Go
question.
ahead.
This is what I wanted to ask. How much do you think it? Well, how much is success tied to that?
Tied to having a degree.
Yeah.
I feel you don't
Hold
necessarily.
on, before you
go ahead.
start, are we speaking objective success? Because obviously success is subjective. Success is what you make it.
Right.
So what kind of success? Like for
I want to know however you interpret that.
okay, all right, thank you. Go ahead, D.
All right. I forgot what we were talking about.
How much do you?
You're
How
getting
much
old,
is it
man.
tied to success?
Oh my gosh, these guys, fucking D and double D are fucking. They just,
Triple D like titties.
Yeah, man, unbelievable. These fucking guys, man. These fucking guys,
Cool
man.
your
I'm
tits.
telling you. I am
Okay.
telling you.
All right. The long and short of it is, but I never like to tell anybody they shouldn't go to college. I feel that it's a great
Every time
experience,
he
and
laughs,
you
he
should learn
cries.
something. Oh, so bad. But at the end of the day, long and short of it, I feel that you need a skill set. So
Yeah.
whatever field you're going to go into, as long as you have a skill set in that, whatever route you need to take to get that skill set, then go that route.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you want to be a mechanic, you don't necessarily have to go to college for that. But if there's this trade school, that if there's certain steps that you can go to be like the top mechanic that you can be in your field, then yeah. You know what I mean? As long as you have some kind of skill set. Like I hate seeing people that feel like they have to go to college for 4 years and then they get they get a degree, but it's a degree really in nothing that they can use.
Working for $12 an hour.
Exactly, and then they have to
Amen
go
to that.
back. Then they have to end up going back to a trade school where they could have either taken a few years
Spend more
off,
money and
saved, worked, learned who they were, had a better idea of what they wanted to be later on, and then go in that direction.
Right.
You know, like when I get older, I would love for my kids to go to college, but at the end of the day, as long as they have a plan and set in where they want to go to have some kind of skill set to make you money, then I'm cool with that. Because myself, I went to school, but I got my associates, but not what I'm doing. I just happen to have a good skill set and learn something fast, and now I'm good at what I do, and I can go anywhere with that.
That's actually something that I tell my kids. Like, I'm like, yeah, I want you guys to go to college, but you don't have to go to college. But one thing that I do say is you don't have to go to college, but you have to do something. You have to pick up a skill. You have to take a trade or something like that. Just like you said, you don't like. So to be successful, I don't know, because like the fucked up thing is these company policies are so antiquated that like sometimes you do need just a degree.
Yeah.
Not just like, and I think it's more of a showing a commitment to something
Yeah.
than anything. But if you have a resume where you have 20, that's why when we were talking about it before, remember I said that jobs, if you look at job offerings and different things like that, it says a bachelor's or equal or experience equal to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they know that if you spend 15, 20 years on a job, or if you spend even like 10 years, if you spend 10 years on a job doing one specific thing, they know, okay, well, he's obviously skilled in it. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in it this long. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but I do think that, like, I don't know about college per se, but I would say learn something. Like you said, a skill, a trade,
kind of skill
something.
set. 'Cause I know when I got into the field I'm in, one thing that my old boss told me that really rang true. He said,
I was talking to the mic.
I know. I see. I'm picking it up now. I can hear it now. But he told me he'd much rather have somebody in our field that's been doing it for 2 years than somebody who's went to school for 4. He's like, because you can learn whatever in the school. Like the books can teach you this, that, and the other, but they can't teach you real life scenario when certain things happen.
Because life teaches you way more than any person can.
Exactly. So you can read in a book like, oh, you should do this and this, but when the actual stuff hits the fan, and how are you going to react?
So here's a question for you. How do you feel about the saying, dumb people learn from their mistakes, smart people learn from the mistakes of others?
Ooh.
Like I got that. Like I think it's a good saying.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because if you look at somebody else messing up, you know what I'm saying? You can switch up. And that's honestly why a lot of people mess up. That's what they mess up for. Like trainers know how to train in certain ways because they know what works and what doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? And obviously you can take it and make it your own, but when it comes down to it, like I think learning to not make that mistake is better than making that mistake and then learning to not make that mistake.
Yeah, but I think you're also going to have your moments where you
absolutely
make your own mistakes
100%.
too. Yeah, other than that, I agree with that saying. I would say a smart person learns from both.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So, that also, shit.
See, I told you.
Reboot.
This is going to be called... we already got a reboot. This is going to be called fucking triple D timers disease. Like, you fucking guys, man. You fucking guys.
I was going to say something while you were talking. I'm like, I'm not going to interrupt them.
And then you forget it. You should have just interrupted me. Let me cut you off real quick. You know, that's what I do anyway. Let me cut you off real quick.
Okay. So, well, that's... okay, I got it.
You got it? You sure you got it?
I got it.
All right, because I'm going to interrupt you so that way you forget about it.
So, isn't that...
Oh, my God.
Isn't that just a symptom of how watered down a college degree is when we're talking about it doesn't matter if this degree is for the job you're going for, just have a degree.
As long as you have a degree.
As long as you have a degree. That's just kind of like cheapening it. I mean, that's the way I look at it. Because, like, if it doesn't matter what degree, just as long as you have any degree, it's kind of like...
And in like the next 30 years, don't be surprised if it really don't mean shit, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, because this next generation is more about doing what they do and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be an Instagram model.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, but for real, like,
For hair care products.
you can be a model if you have a phone and
nasty.
good
You
Wi-Fi.
wouldn't sell
You can pretty
shit.
much be a model now. Like, remember
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
nothing's
I mean,
really.
there's so much access. Go ahead.
When you can create your own content in your own
I was
house,
just
upload
about to
it
say that
yourself,
shit. I was
you
just about
control
to say that
everything.
shit. Yeah, there's so much access. Like, now, people have the world in their hands. Like,
Yeah.
they have so much access to any and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, it's so easy to get a bag, so to speak. It's so easy to become a professional such and such.
Yep.
Especially
Easier.
Since, yeah, easier.
Easier than in the past.
Yeah. Like, especially since, like, for example, YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
YouTube
Yeah.
has how-tos and different things like that. Like, so there's always lessons. And as a matter of fact, some college professors actually tell you to go to YouTube now and watch this study and watch that study and watch that lecture and listen to that lecture and different things like that. So, I mean...
As far as like the broader subject and it's as far as that concerns, what is that called? Autodidactic? When you're a self learner. I
Yeah.
think that's the correct term.
Yeah.
But I've always been like that, teaching myself and looking up how-to videos, and you can teach yourself pretty much anything. And I agree with you as well, D. And Remorseless, you said the same thing. As long as your kid's doing something to be successful. I am the same way. I don't care if you necessarily have a degree. I want you to be successful, learn something. However, I think it's unfortunate that it seems like the system and the country is set up heavily for the college degreed.
Yeah, and that's kind of exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah,
too.
so it's kind of like and we talked about selling out. I think at work too. It's like, if you go with the sure thing, it can be seen as selling out.
Yeah.
But, like I said to you in that same conversation, we only have a few short decades to make it on this earth. Mm-hmm. Can you really blame someone for taking an easier path?
But I don't necessarily see anything wrong with quote unquote selling out. Like they say corporate America selling out. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
What exactly is wrong with corporate? If you're in corporate America doing what you like to do, are you really selling out? And if so, to whom are you selling out to? Like, because like if if you're doing what you want to do and you're being successful from it, what exactly are you selling out? Who are you
Because
selling
isn't that
out?
your aim? That's whenever
Exactly.
you first
Like
start
I
out,
said,
you want to
exactly.
make it
You're not
big.
selling out. You're buying into the process.
Yeah.
You're buying into what you want to do.
if selling out is achieving my goals, then I'm a fucking sellout.
So how do you to relate that to college degrees? How do you like? It's a more sure thing to get a college degree than to not have one.
Explain that.
Explain. Well, just like
You
we've
said
been
it's
talking.
more sure to get a. I don't understand.
It's a more sure thing. Like you take two guys, one has a college degree and one doesn't.
Okay.
There's an automatic assumption there, whether it's right or it's wrong. It's dealt with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so to just kind of hedge your bets, and like we were talking about buying out or selling out or buying in, what do you think about getting a college degree just to kind of help to make sure you insure yourself?
Streamline yourself.
Streamline yourself, yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I said do something, get a trade or do something because like you do like we've talked about it for the past 15 minutes. Yeah, you do need something to prove that you know what you're talking about and you know what you're doing. You still need what the fuck happened to your phone?
You ain't know that? That shit been like that.
Holy shit.
Dropped this.
What the hell? Were you chewing on it?
Remember I said
actually,
that his
I did.
phone got more
You
cracks
chewed
than
on
my
your
grandma's
phone. You didn't
ass?
chew on your fucking
No,
phone.
because here's what happened. Because I think I was working on my
Chucky
on
do
my
it?
car, and I need a flashlight, so I turned the flashlight on my phone, and I'm using both my hands to work under the hood, obviously. So I put the phone in my mouth, and I accidentally bit down too hard on it.
It
and
wasn't round
cracked.
enough. Wait, you.
How did you bite that? That would be. How did you bite down too hard on your phone?
It doesn't take much. I don't have as you can see, I don't have a case like
Yeah,
you
and
here.
we've
Yeah,
discussed that.
but-
That is fucking bold, man. That is bold.
What?
To not have a case on your
Yeah.
phone, that is bold.
Kids
shit
do
like
that
this
shit all the
happens.
I'm like, I be wanting to fight them once I see them. I'm like, you know how much we pay a month for these damn
You know
phones?
something? People
well,
wear
that's
their,
okay. Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you,
yeah.
but I don't pay month to month for this. I bought this for like $100
Yeah.
I don't buy one of those iPhones that cost like $1,000.
I'll do it every few years. I'll wait till
buy a
mine's
new
like
one.
done. Yeah.
You know what kills me? People walk around with their phones in their back pockets.
Yeah.
And like they sit down and shit like that, and they get mad because their phone cracked. Stop putting your phone in your back pocket. Like that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, see, well, I'm just not surprised, nor do I care that this is cracked. I just expect it, so I'm not upset about it.
No, see, I'm more
More so.
cautious with my phone because like I'm a technovore, so and so it's like I kind of don't want my phone to be fucked up. Even though the funny thing is, my wife treats her phones like shit.
Oh, for real?
And they last forever. I'd baby my phone. And
Does she have a case?
well, yeah, but it's a piece of shit case. It's not like the one that I made. It's not like
of
those.
shit
They're
case.
terrible fucking cases. And she drops her phone. She gives it to my baby boy. Like I think she like throws it across the street out a window or something to get it. Like, and her phone works perfectly fine. I take my phone off the charger and it breaks. Like it's so fucking
I'm
annoying.
very
I
delicate
baby
with
my phone.
See, I used to be. This is the first phone that I don't have a case for. in
Yeah, you don't have a
years.
case either, do you?
Yeah, because I
That is
bought it
still bold
and I
to
meant
me.
to go get one, and then I dropped it, and I was like, I don't even care. Nobody calls me anyway. So I don't care. I don't even like. Damn, screw it now. Just the feed is just like I don't give a fuck. I turned real like 65-year-old man. Like, I don't care about this phone. I remember the old rotary thing.
the
Remember
Morgan-
there is that.
With the Morgan Freeman voice.
Don't try. Why you just keep swagger jacking people? Weren't we just talking about Carlos Mencia? You're Carlos Musia.
That was good. I like it.
Fuck, you just keep trying to steal everybody's shit. First you tried to take Chucky from
So
him.
now I'm Mexican.
Then you tried to take Jason from him.
We're brothers.
Now you're trying to take Carlos from now you're trying to take Morgan from me? Unbelievable. D, you better watch the Black Irish gag.
Oh, leave my black Irish guy alone there, Moosey. That wasn't gonna be nice.
It's,
I love when you say Moosey.
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, thank you. Very
Oh
much.
yeah, it is. It
Oh,
is.
thank
I
you, gentlemen.
forgot.
You didn't even bring him out for St. Patrick's Day.
I didn't even bring him out, lads.
Terrible.
Oh, I do apologize. It's been a while.
But
He's already drunk, that's why.
Anybody got anything else? We got anything else?
No.
No.
All right, man. No, go ahead. Continue. I'm listening.
I said no.
Oh, I thought you were singing.
Yeah,
All
no.
right, well, that's it. Let's hear it. Give me 4 bars.
4 bars. Of what?
Oh, Moose.
Kit Kats. What the fuck do you mean of what? All right, we're out of here.
All right, wait. I got it.
Drop
All right.
the ball now.
So, like, you mean rapping wise? Yeah, right?
Moose, just go on with it, please.
Okay. We're here at EMP Network. Man, Double D's over here look like his neck hurts because he been gobbling penises. Why did you start? You weren't supposed to start laughing. You were supposed to let me finish.
No. You did that on purpose. All right,
He's
we're out of here.
gobbling the penises. He's giving head because he's a fucking genius.
Okay.
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Although I would have went with neck instead of head.
Oh, don't think you ain't getting your freestyle moment soon, D.
Oh, I ain't worried about that. I don't worry about that at all. That's one thing I do not worry about.
Oh, man. You guys heard that, right?
Yeah, write it down, take a picture,
Spit
post it
mad
out.
flavor in your
right.
ear.
But other than that, as usual, man, we love to hear from you. Follow us on all of our socials and comment, share what you hear. Like, listen, comment, review, do the whole run through thing. See, listen,
I'm
comment,
pumped up.
review, do the run through.
Feel like
what?
DJ Marky Mark.
Anyway,
Not a real person.
other than
It
that,
was.
make sure.
Mark Wahlberg.
It wasn't
It
DJ
wasn't
Marky
it,
Mark.
wasn't
It was just
It was
Marky
just Marky Mark and the
Marky
Funky Bunch.
Oh, whatever. Same shit.
You young. But anyway, oh yeah, don't forget to email us at.
EMPnetwork412@gmail.com.
Oh, thank you. And oh, by the way,
Should have had the Black Irishman say it.
yeah, don't
Let's
forget.
get it- let's get it
do
from
it.
the
Let's
Black
do it.
Irish.
Ready? Don't forget to email us at.
I don't know the bloody email. How my cousin does. I don't know. I don't care.
EMPnetwork412@gmail.com.
Thank you, Seamus. Oh,
No
appreciate
problem
that. Oh,
Good job, Emil.
Able. But other than that, man, and
You never
Thank you
asked
for
me about my wrestlers. You asked everybody else.
because I knew it was gonna be some nasty.
It was
shit.
going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
10 seconds, go.
Stone Cold, the DX. They were definitely Triple H, The Rock, Rikishi.
Time.
that ass, man.
I did that to one of my sons.
All right, wait. All right, guys. Before he puts himself in jail. All right, guys. Once again, thank you for listening. The shit that you hear, you may like it, you may hate it, you may agree, you may disagree. Some of the shit that you can relate to, some of the shit you don't. But anything else that we give you, one thing that we promise you is it'll always be no filter. Signing off. This is Remorseless.
Me, Double D.
Me, JD.
Oh, my headphones came out.
Just fucking say your name.
You know, it's Moose the Juice. Put mad flavor in your ear.
Flavia?
All right, y'all ready? We're going to do it again? We're going to do it?
Yeah.
You ready? You ready? No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
That was actually a lot better.
I like it.
I'm good at this.
All right, man. Thank you for listening.
Hello, everybody. This is Alexander Ovechkin, greatest Russian hockey players of all times. When I'm not scoring goals or tearing down a great imperialistic American devil, I'm listening to No Filter. It's a great show. Please take time to connect with these American dogs on their social media outlets. You can find them on Twitter at network_EMP, Instagram EMP Network 412, and Facebook EMP Network. If you do not listen to my advice, you will feel the full wrath of Mother Russia. До свидания, comrades.